All right, we want to test this series to see if it's convergent or divergent. As you can see, it is a alternating one here with this -1 to the n term in there. So if we want to use alternating series test, we want to see is each term smaller than the one before it. I've entered this one on my calculator without the alternating part. And if we look at the graph here, you can see, yeah, the terms are decreasing there. So that part's good. Now we want to see is the limit as we go to infinity here of the non-alternating part, so the 3n over 4n minus 1, is that going to 0? And if it is, we have a convergent one by alternating series test. Well, this one we could test if we multiply by 1 over n here. Now we have the limit as n goes to infinity of 3 over 4 minus 3 over n. That term goes to 0, and so this is going to equal 3/4. Well, did that go to 0? No. And so we would say this one is divergent by alternating series test. All right, let's try another one here. Next one, again, we can see it's alternating here. We got this -1 to the n plus 1 term, but we want to see is it going to converge or diverge? Again, this one should be decreasing as each term is going to be smaller than the one before it with that plus 1 there. Let's check the limit. Is it going to 0? So limit as we go to infinity of this non-alternating part here. On this one, let's multiply by 1 over n to the third. So now this would be 1 over n over 1 plus 1 over n to the third. That means this is going to be 0 over 1 plus 0, which is just 0. This one is approaching 0, so we would say on this one, this series is convergent by alternating series test. All right. Let's have you guys pause the video and try this next one out and see what you get. All right, hopefully you had a chance to try it. You can see that with our alternating part here, if we would take that out, we'd get this one. That is definitely a decreasing series. Each one is going to be bigger. Each next term is going to be bigger than the one before it. So let's test the limit. If we multiply by square root of 1 over n squared, which on the top, that'd just be the same as 1 over n, we would get this. As we go to infinity then, that's going to 0, that's going to 0, so we got 0 over square root of 1, which would just be 0. This one's going to be a convergent one by alternating series test.